Thank you so much. Great song. Let's give him some more love, please. Thank you, Alan.
Good morning again. Good to see you guys.
Okay, I didn't mention the gold nuggets. So we always ask for you to listen to what we're saying here this morning, and there's a gold nugget in this. We know and accept that something great and wonderful is going to come to you that lifts you up. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we're open, receptive to that that's going to wake up in us the greater truth. Okay, so this talk today is about longing to belong. This month's theme is all about community. It's all about all of us. That's what we're talking about today. And as Reverend Suzanne talked about last week, our divine nature is to come home to ourself, to that self within us that is always present, always loving, always available, filled with the spirit of life. Longing to belong means there's a deep longing within each and every one of us to belong, to feel at home, to be receptive to the greater truth that is desiring to take place in our lives. Yes?
Yes.
The bigger truth is that we already belong. We belong because of the simple fact that we're here right now. We already belong. No matter what you think, no matter what happened this morning, the simple truth is you belong because you are here now, breathing, your heart is beating. Yes. Wherever I go, I belong. Let's remember that this morning. Wherever I go, I belong. And I think this is really important that we stop right now and acknowledge that we each belong, that we belong to something greater than our small, sometimes we think, self. Yes? So I'm going to invite you to join me. Put your hands on your heart. With your hands on your heart, I'd like you to say, I belong.
I belong.
Say it again. I belong.
I belong.
Convince yourself, I belong.
I belong.
I'm part of something greater. Something greater. Now turn to someone and say, I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful you're here. Turn to someone else. I'm grateful you're here. You belong. You belong. Good. And those of you at home on Facebook land, I'm going to invite you to do the same thing, to look in the mirror and say to yourself, I belong. I don't know if you ever do that very often, but it's an important thing to acknowledge that we already belong, that we're part of something greater. And then let's say in the mirror, I am grateful that I am here. I am grateful you are here. It's important to take this moment and be grateful to ourselves. How many of us did that already today before we even came here? How does that feel for you? To be grateful, to know that you belong. If it's uncomfortable, then we need to practice that more. To become fully embodying this greater good that is who you are. It's very important that we each understand simply being you is enough. I don't know about you, but I was never told that. Were you? So we have to tell ourselves, simply being me is enough. This December, I invite each of us to be full of the awareness of the unique gift that we each bring to life. I think it's important as we rush around during this time of the month that we're buying gifts, that we're trying to plan things, that we remember with every gift we buy, with every thought we think, that we remember that I am a unique gift of life, that you are that unique gift just by being you. The gift of who we are is our gift to the world that we live in. Let's breathe that in. Who I am is enough, just as I am. Can I be better? Oh, you bet. We all can. But we start with who I am is enough. I think that it's important that this time of the year that we're so focused on gift giving and that we first start this month out giving the gift to ourselves. I am valuable enough. I can be better, of course. Longing to belong starts first and most importantly with belonging to ourselves. When we belong to ourselves, we join in to our divine nature. We come into complete unity and harmony with the Spirit of life that cherishes and adores us. We're never alone. So today, I invite each one of us to be our best self. Wouldn't that have been great if your family would have said to you before you left the house every day, remember, be your best self. Oh, maybe they didn't say that, but we can say it to ourselves today. As this is where we live. It isn't about anybody else. When we neither fear nor hate, we join with the unity of life living in us, as us, all around us. When we don't focus on what isn't working. I'm going to be my best self today. Tomorrow I'm going to be better. And this past week, Reverend Suzanne and I, we planned this whole great giving freely out to the community. We were so excited about it. You all brought your things that you were finished with, and we set up the tables, and we were so excited. We opened the doors. I put signs all up. I put signs on the bus stop. And it was the most stormy day we've ever had. Letting people get to know us. We wanted to let people get to know us. We wanted to bring in people from across the street. It was the biggest storm. It was huge. I was disappointed. However, there was a real blessing in it. Having a wonderful time visiting with the people and the members in the community who signed up to help us. We sat around, we went through and took a few things that we liked, but mostly what we had an opportunity to do was to sit and visit with each other. And I don't know about you, but I'm usually working. And I don't just get a chance to sit and visit and talk about things and plan things. I didn't realize how important that was to me. How much I missed it, especially with COVID. So just visiting was a wonderful gift. We haven't had that kind of visiting for a long time. And I realized how much I'd missed the freedom of us just gathering together with one another. And those of you who were here knew that that was a good time. And we didn't do any work. We just sat yapping. And many times our plans would change. When we let go, when we leave room for the unexpected gifts, the new possibilities. Longing to belong to me means I can let go of my plans and allow Spirit to bring whatever it is that is desiring to bless me in a greater way. Then I let it in. I belong. You belong. And to let go of judgment and disappointment is so valuable and important. To keep looking until we find the greater gift of each day. Each day brings us a gift when we know we belong, when we know that there's a power that wants only our good. We block possibilities when we moan and groan. Anybody moan and groan this last week? We block our possibilities. We're like saying, in that moment when we moan and groan, we're like saying, oh, I'm not good enough to receive. Well, that's not true. Belonging. Remember, you belong. Forget to trust. The trust, there's something greater opening the door for you and for me. And so we start this month out of giving, of the Christ consciousness, of the birthing something new. We open the door to allow it to take place. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Because I know something wonderful is desiring to take place in your life just today and every day hereafter. So we stay open and available to that. And our founder, Ernest Holmes, said, to live in faith that there is a presence and a power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could not even imagine, lifts me up, helps me to know that I belong. Really breathe into that. We each belong to something greater than any outcome. I don't know about you, but I keep planning ahead. This should happen. We'll do this. Let's stop. And just know that there's something greater that is desiring to take place in your life and in my life. So I invite us to each to let go and let God. Reminding us to remember that everything always works out for the good of all, especially people of faith. And we are people of faith. We are people that walk out in life and say, this power is there to serve us, to support us. So today, you're welcome to choose what you'd like. You're welcome to go in the back, and anything that you see that you would like, that part of your membership family put out there, is a gift from your community. The question we ask today is, what will we each do with all the divine potential that lives within and throughout each and every one of us? And ask that again. What will you do with this divine potential, this divine power that lives within you? And how will you bless it this month of gift giving, of celebration? Will you remember to celebrate you? So I invite us to trust in the spiritual law of always, everything always works out for our good. And be glad you are you. And to stop wishing to be someone else. Anybody ever wish to be someone else? Oh boy, I did. Someone was always cuter, always younger, always brighter. No, you are. Be the best you today. Delight in yourself. Delight in the spirit that is oh so unique in you. Nobody else can be like you. Enjoy playing the game of life. Life is a game. And we have the tools and the rules of how to play that game. It starts with loving ourselves. We each bring a unique gift to this community. We each bring a unique gift to life. Our personal value can never be duplicated by anyone else. You don't want two Maggies. We don't want two yous. We want you, unique and special and individual. Wherever we go, we belong. I belong. You belong. So sign up for the community dinner. Tell us what you'll bring. If you can't bring anything, then bring you, because we always have more than enough food. Sign up for the holiday dinner and plan to attend, because you will be missed if you miss out on the mom. Also, join Reverend Suzanne on Thursday to help set up. It's fun to spend time together. I really got that this last Thursday when we set up all of this. That was the best gift ever that I received. So let's be open and receptive to the gift that life is giving each and every one of us this month. And first, acknowledge ourselves. I belong. And God. Let's take that into prayer. So we just breathe deeply into this sacred and holy space that we have created here together. And together in this community, together in love, together in the uniqueness that we each individually are, we allow that to expand, to touch lives and hearts, and to include the people on Facebook land, and to include all of the people that are in our lives, our family, our friends, and those people that we are yet to meet. And as Reverend Suzanne says, we smile because we know that we each belong, that this light and love of pure spirit is mighty and powerful within each and every one of us. And where there's a need for a physical healing, I call forth that miracle-working power of God to renew, to strengthen, to refresh each and every body and temple of the Spirit that we each are. I know and accept that as we claim and accept our belonging in this moment, in this life, in this place, that our heart expands to open to greater love, greater acceptance, greater patience of beingness. So I know and accept that everything always works out in your life and in my life and in the life of our loved ones and in the life of the strangers, because we have claimed it to be so. And so with a grateful and overflowing heart, I give thanks in advance for all the good that is yet to be showing up in each and every one of our lives. As we bless each other, we bless ourselves. And we give grateful thanks for this time together, for this community, and for all the good that is taking place. I know and accept that this word is powerful and it is already done, and together we say, and so it is. Amen.